Good evening, everyone. This is the weekly update, and I'll talk about today what I have done last week and what I'm going to do this week. My plan, and I'll tell you exactly the the tickers, buying uh, buying rate, and I'll discuss two new play as well. So let's see how it goes. First thing first, I'm not a financial advisor. I do with my own money and I do the video for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own due diligence. So last week my realized profit was about 40,000, I guess, around 37, 38,000 or 40,000 maybe. This week it's 52,000, and my year to the gain last week was about 54, so it's gone up by 12,000. So 12,000 means gone up by 12%, because my account started with 100,000, and this is the challenge basically I've taken to make it double by the end of the year, and I'm well ahead of my schedule. See how it goes. So be with me for my 7-figure journey. Maybe it will take about 5-6 years, and see how it goes. So it's a public account, so that's why I'm showing it. So my private accounts are separate. So let's talk about what I told you last week. Is, if you can see specifically, I said Anet, which is going to come down to 135 and it will reach 250. That behaved exactly as I said. Then I said Marvel it's a buying sweet spot is 160, and it ran up to 185 and settled at 176. AOI, I said buying around 140, 145 to 150. It came down to 150 and it went up to 230. Now settled at 192. Coherent, so it's the same thing I said. 310, I said about 2 weeks ago to buy. Last week I said to buy it at 345. From 345 or 310, those who bought it a week ago, sorry, 2 weeks ago, to 310, it went to 410. Now it's settled to 383. So GLW, Corning, it's the same things. I say to buy sweet spot is about 185 to 190. It came exactly there, and then it went up to 210. Now it's settled about 190. Palantir, which I said to move, but it didn't make any move. But I am thinking that this is going to move. So this is the weekly play I'm going to talk about. Rocket Lab, I said it has given a really nice earning, so it's going to go up, and it went up by significantly from 105 to 135, and I think now settled about 130. And I'm going to talk about Poet. I talked about about 2-3 weeks ago, I think, when it was about $7. Now it went up to $26. Now it's settled at $15. So I think the Poet will come down slightly more, and then it will do a rocket launch. It will moonshoot. So it might go to $50 within a span of 3 months. So I'm just waiting for Poet. We'll discuss Poet a bit later and see how it goes. Right. So these are the things last week's update, what I said and how it behaved. This week, there's two big news coming up. One, the market moving news is FOMC minutes, which is coming up at 7 o'clock on Wednesday UK time. Right. By the way, I live in UK, so whatever the time I say is UK time, not the US time. Right. And then I got few earnings. The most important one is Nvidia. That will shake the market upwards or downwards, anywards. It can move the whole market, entire market. I mean it, entire market. Now there is another one is ADI. That's a small one, but I think they will beat the earning, they will beat the guidance, and the market will behave accordingly. This is what I guess. So ADI is the earning play. If anybody is interested, this is going to go up after the earning, or if the movement happens before the earning, then it might be muted, or else this is going to go up. My prediction is the market will go up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and from Thursday it will go back down again. It will do a huge down, right? So that's all. We are running in an environment where there is a war going on, well, two wars going on, and inflation is highly elevated. CPI and PPI is elevated, is really hot. Now, let's talk about IonQ. This week, I think the IonQ will come back to 48, and then it will go, it will give you a big run, and it might reach to $60. It's very surprising to say a $25 swings, 25% swings. It's it's insane, but this is going to go. So IonQ is 48. It may come down to 48, and then it will go back to 60. Right. Corning, this is going to go up. There is only one way it can play, and this is going up. I think this will move about $215, and then it might retrace. As I said, this week play, I'm going to talk about Micron. Micron is currently $715. Its PEG ratio is really low, so which is the lower PEG ratio, the better it is. So this, within 2 weeks, it has got a potential to reach to $850, if not at least 800, and if not 850. So mark those numbers if you have time. I'll talk about POET later, but let's talk about Applied Materials. A fantastic earnings, forward-looking guidance, wide moat company. So this might come down to $420, and then it will do a moonshot to $480. That might happen this week alone. So this is a good thing that Amat has given a fantastic earnings, yet it is down. So the Wall Street bastards, sorry, WSB, are pricing it wrongly because they want to get in when it comes to about $400. So this is the level they want to get, bring it down before they load up and do a moonshot. So but you might not get a chance when it comes down to 400. They might think otherwise. So I would say 420. Start buying 420 and see how it goes. Now the next one is Lam Research. That gave another wide mod company that gave a very good earnings a couple of weeks ago. It came down to 245, I think, and then it went back to 300. So 300 is a psychological level. So it came down from 300, and see how it goes and how it performs. So this is one thing, but I think it will reach again 300. It will cross 300, and it might cross 300 violently. Then I go to small play, I'll talk about later. CoreWave. So this is the one I think it might reach to 130. There must be a news will be coming in few weeks time. You will see there are news coming about CoreWave because it's a huge supply strain constrained industry. So there is a huge gap between supply and demand, huge imbalance in it. So I think this company is going to hit 130 pretty soon, very soon. And when I say pretty soon, I don't mean it like months. I'm talking about weeks. Iran, it came down. It was a fantastic news. It had Nvidia bought 200 shares, gave few contracts, so it's a market catalyst and a fantastic, great earnings it delivered. However, it's still down. So why it is down? It is down because it's diluting its share. They declared the senior notes. It closed on last Friday. So I think from Monday onwards, you only see it going up. So those who has got, this is a big opportunity for deep buying. Those who hasn't bought it, do so. So this is the one I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. It's Iran, so it only can go up from there. This is the least you can talk about. Palantir, it's 134 now, or 133. Yeah, this week it's going to go 145. So watch the level. It might come down to 130, and then it will fuel up and take off from there. It will reach to 145. So make another note of it. It's a Donald Trump bought it recently, I think about 500,000 worth of shares of Palantir. So there must be something cooking inside. We don't know, but there must be something cooking inside. So let's see how it goes. Now, there is two small company, as I said, I want to talk about. One is EOS Energy. Right. One of the very surprising thing I saw about EOS Energy is it gave basically blowout earnings, and yet it is down. So I think all the weaker hands are off now. Weaker bets are off. Those who are weaker, I think they are off. So now institution and the high conviction people, those people who has got high conviction about this company, they remains, and they are not the seller. So there is very few seller, only buyers. So this is going to hit at least $10 or maybe 10.50. In 2 weeks time it might moonshoot again. So this is the one small play I'm talking about. Another one is Poet. Right. As less as I can talk about Poet, it is better. Right. The Poet, I'll just read something about Poet. Right. In Singapore, US West Coast, they are hiring quality assurance, specifically senior engineer, process principal engineer, receiver principal engineer, transmit senior director of marketing, engineer, supplier and customer quality, manager, program, IT specialist, receive and transmit engineering, roles for product specific. Those aren't R&D positions. Those are manufacturing scale up roles. So they are ready to shift from R&D to sales and scale up. So you won't hire a principal engineers in receiver and transmit when you are moving from prototype to volume production. The supplier and customer quality role is particularly interesting. That titles means they are managing incoming component quality from suppliers and outgoing quality to customers. You don't hire though that unless you have both active suppliers feeding you and active customers receiving product. So this is what I am saying, that short report is now flushed in the toilet for Poet. It is down significantly from its all-time high of $26 to $15 or 15. It might come down to 14. This is when I will load up. I will probably buy about 10,000 worth of shares, see how it goes. So my understanding is it is going to go up violently. So my small play is, I gave you two small play, Poet and EOS Energy. There is another one which I'm going to just touch, which is Ondas. Fantastic earnings, and see how it goes. This is on my watch list. I'm not getting on Ondas, but for Poet and EOS Energy, I am going to go in. Any dip, I am in. Any dip, I am in. I already have shares, but I will buy more. So this is for my whole week update, and see how it goes. Last week I have closed those, you can see here, probably you can see here. So but these are not important much. So that's all I got to say from me. See how it goes, and the last thing I would say is always protect your capital, and happy investing.